and they tested it on matter. And I shared this last night to the 10,000 people that were here. And I shared it that they had a gold bar. And they put radio frequencies on the gold bar, aimed it at the gold bar. You can't see radio frequencies, but you know they're there. And then they measured the frequency level on the gold bar. And that gold bar had a major higher energy frequency subatomic particle around it and in it that was vibrating. Then they took another gold bar and told a man to aim all his thoughts intensely as he could on the second gold bar. And then they measured the gold bar before it was normal. They measured it after, and it had even higher frequencies than the radio waves that were aimed. So they realized something. Your brain, if thinking at a high enough frequency and intensity, releases radio transmissions like a radio transmitter. Other people call it neuro Wi-Fi. How many want to be hooked up? So for instance, have you ever thought about a friend? I need to call my friend. I just feel this urge to call this person. I got to call this person. And for 3 days, you're really intensely thinking about a person or a contact for a business or a friend you need to call. And then they end up calling you. Or you call them after the 3 days, and they said, I've been thinking about you for 3 days. That is so weird. How many have had that over and over and over again? And everyone's had that. So scientists have just started experimenting with it to see why. And you realize the brain, if it's a strong enough frequency, thinking at enough intensity, it releases a subatomic actual particle that affects matter. And the creation around and the universe around you will start to release what you're thinking about if it's at a high enough intensity. So on a scale from 1 to 10, how many want to use that on purpose instead of by accident? What you fear comes upon you. Oh man, my mother had cancer, my grandmother had cancer. I hope I don't get it, but I probably will, but I don't want to get it. And you can even say, I'm not going to have it, but you're thinking of it. You're imagining what it's like. And thoughts are more powerful even than words, because a picture's worth 1,000 words. So how many want to sync up your thought life with your speaking life? And that's why you'll speak, this is going to happen. I'm going to break through this. I'm going to lose the weight. But your mind is thinking, oh man, I look like an elephant. Or I don't know anybody in business that's going to help me. How am I going to? So if your mind is thinking that, you just negated what you spoke. So if you need to speak from a level from 1 to 10, you need to speak with a higher intensity. And then from a level from 1 to 10, you need to be thinking of that purposely, constantly. Put a picture before you, day and night. Have you ever been obsessed with something that you needed to happen? This has got to happen. I got to get this job. I got to get this house. That's my dream. I got to get that car. There's only one left, and that's the car I've always wanted. And your brain goes into overdrive thinking of how you're going to do it. You talk about it to your friends, and you break through because you incorporate your mind at a high enough intensity where you're now obsessed with it. How many want that?